What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video, and this one is gonna be how to make the best build possible for you. You know, there's no really such thing as the best build in the game. There are some really good builds, but it all is preference based. You know, some people might not use the best build. It's like the same with SIGs, jump shots. People say Patty Mills jump shots the best. I hate Patty Mills. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all preference based, but yes, there are some builds better than others. And yes, you can make a dirt build. So I just want to run down the whole process of how you should make a build and what goes through my mind when I make my build, so you can kind of get a glimpse of what it is and how to make a build that works the best for you and optimize your build so you're not just wasting attributes and wasting money if you're buying BC. So also I just want to go through the Bible verse of the day. It's, you dear children are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. And that's from 1 John chapter 4 verse 4. So anything that you're going through, any problems that you face, any opponent, any power, any demons, anything that you're facing, just know that the spirit is within you, and there's no force greater than the force of God, the power of God. So anything that you're going through, understand that the spirit is in you, and anything can be overcome. You know, you can pray and ask God for help, ask God for guidance, ask that God can strengthen your spirit, and you can be led by the spirit to make the best decisions and get through any problem, issue, anything that you're going through, and just understand and know that in the end it's all going to be okay. You can be comforted and know that God is going to protect you, and in the end you can overcome anything because the spirit of God rests within you. So get back to the video. First thing, when you make your build, you want to know what your primary game mode is going to play. Well, you want to know what build you're going to make. So for the purpose of this video, say I want to make a stretch big. So we're going to go with a stretch big, yes, a big that can shoot. So you want to know first is what game mode you play the most. So if you play 1s, 2s, 3s, or 5s the most, or you plan on using this build for, that's kind of how you want to cater the build, because you can waste some things. So say for instance, if you're playing 1s, you might want some ball handle with your stretch, but if you're playing 5s, you might not want ball handle at all. You might just be setting screens, popping and rolling. So you kind of want to know what game mode you're playing, because that can kind of shift what attributes you put towards. So for purposes of this video, we're going to make a footer, let's say 7-footer, and he's a stretch. So first thing I'm thinking of is badges and attributes. Where are those sweet spots? So I dropped some sweet spot videos, so you can check those out. One will pop up at the top right at some point in this video. It may already have, I don't know. So first thing I'm thinking of is I want my midi higher than my 3-pointer, because those kind of correlate, and I want the 89 midi for gold set shot. So I move my wingspan down to 7'3". I keep the 89 midi, 3 goes up as well, but we're going to leave that a little lower, and my rebounds don't drop either. So the 7'3" wingspan, I can still get the 99, so I'm still good. Also, once you go in, you want to, I don't know what that's for. You want to remember that you have cap breakers as well. I don't know where you guys land, but I'm vet 2, so I'm gonna make this build as a vet 2, and it's season 5 now, so we have 4 cap breakers as well. So that's 14 cap breakers that I'm going to apply to this build. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, like I said, I want that 89 midi. This build's a stretch, so he's gonna have that 89. And you see you got gold set shot. That's important for a stretch, in my opinion. Now 3-pointer, we can range from anywhere between 70 and 80, but I'm gonna leave it at the bare minimum for now, because 70 you can hit the shot with it, you can hit 3s with it, so that's perfectly fine. So next, he's a stretch big. Rebounding is the most crucial thing in this game. So you're gonna want to have that on 99. So no matter where you are in your cap breakers, this is gonna be your highest attribute. So whatever build you're making, your highest attribute is what you should put your cap breakers to, because they cost the most. So to break that down a little bit better, when I put this at a 99, you see we're at a 73 overall already, and you see how much stuff comes up. So once I bring it back, I'm gonna reset everything so you can see, but just remember where that green potential overall build is, or bar is, and we're at 73 overall. So we're right in between the O and the T in potential. So when I reset it and I do the same thing, just move my midi to an 89, and I move my 3-pointer to a 70, right there. Now I'm gonna move this to a 94 because I'm gonna put 5 cat breakers on it. So once I move it to a 94, where are we gonna land at? Oops, I moved it up too much. I don't want all this stuff to come up either. But all right, let's say it's right there. But now we're only at 65 instead of a 74. And we're between the T and the R in attribute rather than the O and the T in potential. So there's so much wasted potential putting it on a 99 instead of using that for your cat breaker. So use your highest attribute as a cat breaker. Even if I only wanted this at a 94, for example, I'm gonna bring this down -5 and you see how much you get back just off of just dropping it down. So we're just gonna leave that at a 94 for now. I prefer higher offensive than defensive, but we're playing 5, so I'm gonna put them both up high. So I'll leave this at minimum 85 just for now. Personally, he's a stretch. I might play some park with him, you know, but I probably am primarily gonna be in the 5s, whether that's proving grounds, pro-am, whatever it is. So I want to have max speed, max agility. Rebounding, your vertical is important with rebounding, so we're honestly gonna max it out. Now strength, that one's 50-50 depending on how you want to make your big. I don't really care about finishing with my big too much because he's a stretch. I plan on popping, but I will roll, so he's gonna be able to dunk. You need driving and standing, but for right now we're gonna leave it like this. Now strength, you can go 50-50. Personally, I don't feel like you need the highest amount of strength, but you do want that high brick wall. So I would say minimum gold. So you want to try to get that at a 91. Now this is probably going to be one of my higher attributes. So I'm vet 2. So I have the vet 2 cat breakers. So that's 14 cat breakers. So 5's going to offensive. So my next 5 is going to go to strength to get that to a 91. So I'm gonna put this at an 86 and I'm gonna leave it there. And then that's gonna have gold brick wall. And then I can even max +1, whatever I want, once I get my max +1s from the season pass. So let's leave it like that. When you have something like this, I might even move it to gold and then max +1 it right now, but I want to see, I put everything at minimums to see what else I can get, and then I come back to that. So now I'm playing 5s a lot. Block is a little 50-50. I would try to get the paint patroller up a little bit on, I would say, gold. You don't need this too high. I would say like an 80, whatever gold is. I can't remember. I think it's 80. Honestly, silver should be fine. So we're gonna leave this like this. Now 5s, people don't post up a lot like that, but you do want this paint patrol a little higher. So I would say silver's that spot that you can kind of have as a minimum. So I'm gonna leave block and interior as a minimum. Paint patroller is extremely important, but people aren't posting up like that, so you're perfectly fine having this low as a even as a big. So now driving, dunk, I would probably put this at a 73 just for that silver posterizer. No, I'm not going for animations, but it helps when you're dunking the ball near people as well. It doesn't have to be for animations. And then standing, I would say get this rise up at a 81, but I also want some more animation, so I'm gonna put it at an 85. And then pass act, this one's another 50-50 one, to be honest with you. People go for the gold break starter. I would say silver minimum, so I'm gonna put this at the minimums, like I said, which is what, 75. And now you see we're only at 93. So now I go with what's the next things that are most important, and I still have 4 unplanned cat breakers that I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna think about those. So now 85 is a little low for defensive. You're gonna get horsed because most people have offensive 99. So I'm gonna bring this up to about, I would say, a 92. That's a little comfortable spot. And then now we can play around with a lot more stuff because I like my finishing. I don't think I need anything more. And then I like my shooting. I don't think I need anything more either. So if you can't time your jump shot, you struggle with shooting, which everybody kind of does with RNG. But if you can't time your jump shot and you know that you can't shoot that well, I will move your 3-pointer up to minimum 75. But if you play the game a lot, you can time your jumpers. You find a good jump shot, you got good badges, which you will with this. You're perfectly fine here. So minimum, I'm gonna leave it here because I feel comfortable with this. Now I kind of want that gold break starter, but see me, I'm a person who, when I rebound, I give it to my guard 95% of the time. Sometimes I'll outlet it all the way up to the top. And then even if with the gold, you kind of still get some bum animation. So I'm gonna leave that at a 75, and I'm playing 5s the most. Now sometimes I might hop into 3s, I might want to dribble, but I'm worried about fives mainly, and I'm trying to make the best build, not a build for fun. So that's another thing you want to worry about if you want to make a build for fun or you want to make a competitive build, make the best build possible. Those are two kind of completely different things. So now I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is pretty solid. I like where everything's at, and I still got 5 potential overall to max out. Now I might want to even get this interceptor. Let me see, can I get it? Yeah, I can get it. So me personally, I like to have a little steal with my builds. It doesn't cost too much, so I'm gonna get this on gold or bronze right here. Just move it up to a 60. Perimeter is a little 50-50. You really aren't gonna get a high contest no matter what with a big, so I would honestly just leave it down. Now this is probably where I'll start touching. I would see how much strength I can get. If I can get to that 91, I'm gonna put it to the 91. So let's see. That's not bad at all. So I'll leave it at the 91, and yeah, I'll just leave it at the 91. I can even put it at a 90 and then put my 5 cap breakers here, but that's not too bad of a jump. But I know I'm putting my 5 cap breakers here because it costs the most. And let's see, can I get it? If I get this to a 94, I can even get that 95 strength too, or 99 strength for legend brick wall. But we're gonna minimum, like I said, put it at minimums when you're unsure. Something else went up too. I think it was post control. Since I'm playing 5s, I really don't need post control. I don't plan on posting up. This is like a pop or stretch build. So this is all we're gonna do here. And then honestly, I like this, I like this, I like this. So now I'm gonna go back to this paint patroller because this is something I want higher. So let's see if I can get paint patroller on gold at a 77. And then can I get this at a 93? Yes, I can. So that's pretty much the core of the build. So like I said, 5 cap breakers is going here at vet, or yeah, at vet 2. I got 14 cap breakers. So 5's going here and 5's going here, and that's gonna give me gold brick wall or Hall of Fame brick wall. Yeah, it's giving me Hall of Fame, and I like Hall of Fame. I don't want to force the legend. So I got a little bit more left over. Now I can kind of play around with these, and this is where it comes to all preference based. So for me, I might get fouled a little bit. You might want a little bit more free throw because I'm playing 5s. I like my standing, I like my driving. I don't really want too much or too little. And this is where it just all comes down to whatever you please at this point. So let's see how I might get some better contests with a little bit of perimeter. Let's bring this back down. I think it was what, 38 yet. So probably for me, I roll a lot, so I kind of want that higher dunk. You know, it doesn't really jump up too much. So honestly, I'll probably bring it back down, bring layup back down, and let's just go pass sack, give it to the 80, and we'll just leave it like that. And the rest I'll just put it on free throw. So now that's the build. And now once I finish my builds, I always just check and see if I have anything else wasted. So you see how when you bring something up or down, like if I bring my pass sack down as low as possible, something else is going to drop. So okay, I guess nothing's tied to pass sack, so I lied to you. But if I bring my 3-pointer down, okay, no, midi's not tied to it. If I bring my midi down, here we go, I got you now. If I bring my midi down, it's usually 10 for midi and 3-pointer. Yeah, so if I bring my midi down, my 3-pointer goes down. So it happens too if you bring it too high up. So I always check each category and make sure that I'm not wasting anything. So layups tied to that, dunk, I want this here minimally. Standing, I want this, and post control. See, I had wasted post control because I moved my strength up higher from before. So I don't need this. I bring this down to a 60, make sure I bring my strength back up to the 90 where I want it at. So now I got a little bit more to play around with. I want this here, I want all this here. Ball handle was tied to pass sack, and I want that at an 80. You don't really need it at an 80, but let's leave it at an 80. Ball handle was tied to that. Yeah, I just said that. Speed with ball is tied to speed, and I want this here, I want this here because that's tied to speed as well. I wanted this for bronze. Block, I wanted this for gold paint patroller. I want this here because I'm putting my cap breakers here. I want to be able to board defensively, and I max all this out because that's where I wanted at. So that's kind of the whole process of making a build and how you want to make your build. So to run it back down, you want to know what game mode you're playing. Well, you want to know what position you want and what type of build you want to make. You want to know if you want to make a build that's fun to use or a competitive build. Then you want to see what game modes you play the most, and then you want to go straight into it and make sure you're not wasting any attributes nowhere. So let's just bring this up to see what it comes out to just for fun. And it comes out to a, let's see, Jack Smith, Malone, Walker Kessler, Jonas Valanciunas. It's kind of fat. It comes out to Inside the Arc Board Hunter. So that's pretty solid build, not gonna lie. So if you guys want to take the build, go ahead. But that's just my thought process in making a build. With the cap breakers, you also want to remember your cap breakers, and that's all the stuff that you want to remember when making a build. So that's how you go through the process of making a good build, or should, I would say. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Like I said, I got some builds that I'll put at the top right in the playlist, wherever. We got a bunch of builds. You can look up anybody's build and you can make your own builds off top. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.